They are not made by Culture and staff, but we've commissioned Manx filmmakers to make these films. And so we cherry pick some of our favourite and best filmmakers to go out and make these beautiful films as good as they can be.
And what about the actual subject? So you cherry pick the filmmakers, but it must also be, I mean, there are so many great yarns on the Isle of Man that you could make a little film about. How do you choose the subject matter?
Yeah, it is a difficult one. And it's nice that when we work with people, perhaps like Neil Corlett, a filmmaker, that he comes to us and says, you need to make this film. And so with him, we will go out and make this one about peel engineering. And it's nice to have these sorts of suggestions and things like this. And it's the same how the John Cannell one came about. Someone met him and said, oh, you have to speak to John Cannell. And we did, and it was good.
And it just shows that there is an appetite for this because, as you said, it's sold out. And we were sort of anticipating it would likely sell out because the last one was sold out as well. So people seem to be much more interested in and invested in this notion of sort of looking at the heritage and history of the island and being more immersed in their culture.
Yeah, it's lovely to see. And we are all interested in where we live. And it's very nice. And we make these films all the time. And normally they just go onto YouTube. We've got about 1,000 now available on YouTube, but it's nice to give some of them the prominence and the premiere, to have them on the big screen and to get people along. And a part of it, of course, is to watch it properly and with the people who are in the films, and then to have a little couche afterwards and discuss them and reminisce. And it'll be a special thing, and especially in this one focused just on Peel. Hopefully we'll be able to do more of the like around other places around the island in the future. And it's nice for us to focus ourselves to make more films about this place or that place, and we see what more we need to do.
I've got a question from a texter ending at 202. It says the last voice I was hearing there was an Irish gentleman, not a Manxman. Who's that?
His name was Paddy Murphy, which is, I thought they were making it up when they told me
Does
his name.
sound like a made-up Irish name.
He is one of 4 people in the world who have a Manx Nobby fishing boat, and the Nobby fishing boat, which he has a very special history in that he's been doing it up for 20 years, and he sailed it single-handedly to the Isle of Man a couple of years ago. And the boat itself came from the Lusitania, and the story connects up to that in that the Wanderer, which saved people from the Lusitania, the captain was given a large sum of money with which he built the Eich Vai, which is still afloat thanks to Paddy Murphy in Ireland.
And then we should also then comment on the other film that we heard a little bit from, which I found fascinating listening to the audio of it, which is about a Cold War nuclear monitoring station.
Yeah, it's good that, isn't it?
It is good.
And so during the Cold War, all over the British Isles, they were monitoring levels of radiation and nuclear stuff, which would have come from a nuclear bomb had it been dropped. And people were stationed in these all across the British Isles, and they were all top secret. And there are 4 or 5 around the island, one of which is just outside Peel, at a location which is still secret. And we were delighted to be told about this, and then to be given access to go in and make a film of what is the best preserved nuclear monitoring station in the British Isles.
Oh, to have that sort of access, that's incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. And we've only talked about a few of the films that are part of the film night this week. And as we said, it is sold out. But is there going to be an opportunity for people who aren't able to be there on Wednesday to see these in the future?
Yes, absolutely. For the premieres, we're only actually holding them back just so we can have this big ta-da at the Centenary Centre. They'll all appear online quite soon after, starting next week and into the near future. They'll all be available online.
Next time, Christy, we need to be faster.
I know.
To get into the...
Do you know, I should have learned by now, because I've said this so many times. Oh, I just missed out on tickets, and I need to learn to just buy a ticket as soon as it... I know exactly. I should ask, though, out of all of the films, have you got a favourite, James?
No pressure.
Well, I present one of them, so that's my least favourite. No, the one which I actually present, I don't really like the film, but I do talk about Jeff the Dorby Spook, who is my favourite subject, I have to say. But another one that was about the round mounds on Peel Hill, which people don't know about, and they're just hidden in the gorse, but everyone who's been up Peel Hill will have seen them. And I particularly liked that because we used 2 props, one of which was a cardboard box and another was a paper bin. And I rather like teaching history with a cardboard box.
Pushing the boat out.